Hey guys, here's my view on the market. What, how I read this price action, what happened, what might happen next, and what I'm interested in. I will rush it through Bitcoin, and afterwards we'll focus a little bit more on Ethereum and ETH BTC. So we left on my last update. We were over here. Like almost perfectly were over here, and they said that we are rejecting from 2-day supply, which was this candle over here. But when the previous candle engulfs what it is, looks like an inside bar, I take it this as a supply. Overall, my bias was that we need to reclaim 93.5, 93 for bullish continuation to upside. But yeah, Trump had other plans. I heard that his family, the Truth Social and the other stuff, they are investigated. I hope something bad comes out of it. To reiterate what happened, we had a 10K pump on a Sunday, and we gave it all back on Monday. This is not good. This is not good from investment point of view from the big guys, because what will they think? Like, do we trade based on what Trump tweets? And this just reminds me when like Elon was investigated, and if somebody remembers 2017-18 when McAfee was tweeting, and it just feels like that. What changed from Saturday, from my last video on Saturday? It is that I'm a little bit. So it looks more bearish. At the moment, I'm nor bearish, either bullish. I will just follow the market structure and the price action. But from a technical point of view, this is not bueno. We bounced from our point of interest, which was my 18-hour and the fibs and the CME gap and all of that shit. We bounced from it. Great. We wanted here to reclaim. And when I say reclaim, you don't like spend 1 hour above. You need at least a daily close, several days of price action, and afterwards you can move higher. As it looks right now, this is just a bearish retest. Bearish retest into the anchor VWAP that I considered as support till we failed. And yet again, I said it many times that when we close a daily, we're gonna come lower, way lower. Okay, on to wrap it very fast because I have more things to say about Ethereum and Ethereum BTC. One bullish thing that I can see here, it is the fact that on the daily we are holding, and for the moment backtesting, the 200 M8. The 200 M8 is the only moving average that I use. I don't use EMAs, I don't use other moving averages, just the 200 simple moving average. And you can backtest it yourself. It is, especially, for example, on the 1 minute, you will see that it works almost as VWAP. As a tip for you. Okay, what can we expect here? I would expect nothing much till Friday, till the next incentive for higher or lower, which in my opinion is gonna be a nothing burger. As yesterday, everybody was waiting for the Trump to come and say that I don't know, to give any bullish incentive for crypto and for Bitcoin. That did not happen, and unless he says that. So I will expect two things, to consider things more bullish and to see more upside in the future. For me, it would be first, bring back to the US Bybit and Binance, let everybody trade. And second, tell me that you're going to buy Bitcoin. Tell me that you're going to buy it now. Tell me that you're going to buy it in the future. Because otherwise, this nonsense of the US capital of crypto, okay, thank you. You told me nothing. I need you to buy. I need you to buy. That will consolidate the idea that US is investing in Bitcoin. So unless one of the two, either or you bring back the exchanges, give the people the freedom to trade and invest themselves, or tell me that you bought or you're going to buy Bitcoin, either or. Unless this happens, there is nothing bullish. It's gonna be again a nothing burger, and I'm expecting like I see a nothing burger, and we're gonna have a boring price action where basically we can take highs and lows and have a decision later on, maybe next week. And you know those guys that tell you, show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. Yeah, everything good and true till a certain degree. Now it is a different ball game, because if the tariffs have the effect that most analysts predict, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. And what do you think? You think that if Nasdaq and ES, traditional market stocks, everything is gonna dump, they're gonna move to a riskier asset, being Bitcoin, which moves on Trump's tweets given on a weekend? So that is that. And Nasdaq here, it is sitting in a let's call it good support. If it doesn't hold here, it opens the gates to more. And let's not forget the rate hikes. The Fed, if they are gonna cut or increase the rates, that's yet another thing, and that can be the catalyst for higher or lower. So this thing with the tariffs and what the traditional markets are going to do, they are going to influence Bitcoin. I don't think investors are going to go to, oh, we're going to go and buy Bitcoin because Michael Saylor says that it's going to go to 1 million. Come on. Okay, now that this is done and dusted, let's go to a little bit of technical stuff, what we have here. So at the moment, nothing very much bearish, except that we retested bearishly the range that we broke out of. And if we spend more time here and afterwards reclaim some levels, and one of those levels for me, it would be, now is no longer the 83, 85. The critical level, in my opinion, now to reclaim is going to be the 89. If we move above 89, it is okayish for higher. We're gonna take all of these bad highs here, and these ones over here, and then there is the hope. On a lower time frame, if we are gonna SFP this low over here, I have two levels that I explained in the previous stream: 77.2, 76.34, give or take. Let me just see over here if no. Okay, I should prepare better for these streams. No, it is not here. Let's just a second. Give me a second to see. If not, I'm just gonna do it because I know what I want to say. Patience. Forgive me for this hiccup. Come on, man. Okay, nonetheless, let's just move here because it is easier. So, on the 5-hour, this is very clean. On the 5-hour, we can come and retest over here. This order block on the 5-hour. And just basically make a higher low for a possible higher high. On the 1 hour, we have yet another order block, which I would not very much be keen on because it's just like close to the bottom. But you should be like have it on your chart, be aware, because if we're gonna bounce here, at least you know where from and why. And the point of control of this mini price action over here at 80,200. Lower, if we're gonna break this, I will just wait to see what happens, and I will wait for price action to develop. Nonetheless, on the my next big point of view, just for reference, it is the 69, and 69 actually it is where we pumped from. It is the election, the Trump thing, and basically we're gonna invalidate all of that nonsense. So this being done, let's move to Ethereum because I think it is going to be more interesting. And we're gonna touch on Ethereum BTC first. Let me just drag the chart. Okay, here we have it. Actually, let's see. So over here I have dominance on Bitcoin. I'm not really interested in this because it tells me nothing consistent for me in order to trade Bitcoin. Because sometimes you'll see these divergences in the market where like the dominance on Bitcoin is very high or it just dumps, and the coin that you are interested in is going to do just the opposite of what you might expect it to do based on the Bitcoin dominance. So that for me it doesn't count. I'm monitoring the pair in Bitcoin. At this moment we are talking about Ethereum, so it's going to be Ethereum Bitcoin. I was hunting here for the 0.5% of this week, which came here. We can see it on the other chart when we move. I've always said that I want, in order for strength in Ethereum, I want to see finally some lows on ETH BTC holding. And for now, this is not just the case, because as you can see, this is a previous week low, and we are under. To become even more bearish, if we take this other one and we make a new weekly low, man, things don't look all right for Ethereum. And my bias here for the upside, it is that this needs to be reclaimed. This needs to be reclaimed. Let's now move to the other chart and show you another thing. So here we have ETH BTC. This starts to look a little bit okay-ish, but don't get your hopes raised up too much, because we had this in the past a lot of times. As I explained in other streams. You broke bullishly on the daily on this Ethereum Bitcoin chart so many times that I cannot even count. All the way from over here, just bullish break, and no continuation. So what can I see here happening next? Or it will finally hold some lows here, and try to reclaim something. From a technical point of view, that's what we are talking about. But from the other point of view, let's explain a little bit what is Ethereum Bitcoin chart. There are some exchanges that offer it for you to trade. I guess that I don't know, based on how many longs and shorts are on ETH BTC dominance, that might influence a little bit the price of Ethereum or whatsoever. But I monitor this because for myself, for me, it tells me how many people are interested in buying Ethereum over Bitcoin, how many people are interested in holding more Ethereum over Bitcoin. And if the balance goes in the favor of Ethereum, you're gonna see it here. So we start dreaming and having hopes of Ethereum doing something amazing after you start reclaiming the all-time POC. As I talked in the past, this is the all-time POC of all of ETH BTC over here. We don't need this anymore. This is the all-time POC. So unless price gets above 0.0, what's that? 32, 35, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. The only hope it is for Ethereum. So the scenario, the bullish scenario that I would see playing out is gonna be the following. We don't put lower lows on ETH/BTC. Ethereum is gonna hold here, plus minus, and we would want to see something like it was. Where are you? Just a little bit because I'm lost in translation, like over here. This would be in some way, shape or form bullish. Something like this, where you do some sort of a consolidation and afterwards you have the breakout. But we need to pay attention. Nonetheless, just wanted to show you another thing. I had a setup. I don't know if I offered it on the videos which I made before, and I said that at 2:30 is gonna come at 2:30, and I offered this as a spot play with how much is that? Come on, man. 30% almost stop loss. And this is spot, and we had a nice 6% bounce, but we're gonna come back here and talk about this. What I see here happening is what they call SMT. I don't actually follow that thing, but I know what it means and I can translate it for you. SMT, like smart money trading or something like that. Basically, what you're gonna see on Bitcoin doing this: lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and in the same time, Ethereum is gonna do this. It's gonna put a low, which is this one over here, and is gonna be like protected. You're not gonna take this anymore. Of course, unless Bitcoin dumps considerably. And we're gonna, okay, let's finish this. I just wanted to say another thing related to price action and ETH/BTC. And you're gonna do a higher low with a higher high, something like this. This will be your SMT, where Bitcoin goes down and Ethereum goes up. This for me will be the bullish sign. The bullish sign that in the future, ETH is gonna do something important. Let me just clean this up. Okay. Okay, let's forgive me, I'm not very much structured into thinking. Like, I don't know how to word this up. Doesn't matter. Let's move forward. One interesting thing that I've seen on ETH/BTC is that basically is not doing what it used to do, and this is called price action. And this means monitoring what price does. What price does at levels of interest, how it reacts, how it moves, is there volume, is not volume, is holding support, is reclaiming resistance and holding. That's price action. And price action over here, not specifically, but in general on ETH/BTC, it didn't used to do what it's doing now. And what it's doing now, it is like, for example, Ethereum hit here, we just SFP'd the lows that everybody was waiting for, these free lows that I talked about. Great. Now, unless Bitcoin moves up and puts a bullish price action, I'm doubtful that it will hold. I'm doubtful that it will hold. But nonetheless, so far, okay, good sign. And what you want to see here, it is to hold. Because if BTC just might go down when Bitcoin has another important move to the downside. And what that tells me, it is that Ethereum holders and traders are afraid. So as soon as they see Bitcoin dumping, they are closing their positions, and that's why ETH BTC also dumps. That's why ETH BTC goes with the price of Bitcoin, which is not normal. When I will see the opposite thing, that's when I will say, okay, it's time. Now we're gonna go higher. In the coming days and weeks, I will focus more on Ethereum because basically you have at least from a spot point of view, at least a 2x guaranteed, because you know where you stand. We have we did not make a new all-time high on Ethereum. That's what everybody else expects. So these relative equal highs over here, just like you had these free lows that I marked over here, everybody expects for them to be taken. But considerable stuff has to happen over here and overall in the market for this to happen. Till then, we just see where we might have support, we see where Bitcoin finds support, and we play that. But from a risk to reward point of view, Bitcoin at 80, 90K, 100, where do you think it will go? Will it go to a million? As Sila says, imagine how much money will be it will be needed to put into the market, and how bullish the other markets, the traditional markets, they will have to be. And as things sit right now, with the tariffs, with the uncertainty that there are not going to be rate cuts, I very much doubt it. And at this point, I will just be patient and see what happens. But nonetheless, if you trade anything except Bitcoin, monitor ETH BTC, because it is very, very much important. Levels that I have to the downside for Ethereum. Let's just go back. Forgive me, guys. I will try to be more organized and to have clean charts and everything else. Just I thought that it would be like important to touch up on this. My levels to the downside, if we do not do the SMT thing where you put high, low, high, low, high, is gonna be 1970. I have TP on my short on 1850. I might move it a little bit higher, lower, because round numbers usually get front run. But overall, you don't want 1800 to be lost. You don't want 8100 to be lost, because yet again, as I said it on Bitcoin retesting the previous range and maybe get acceptance inside, is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad unless crazy bullishness comes on Ethereum and Bitcoin does get inside previous range, and Ethereum doesn't, and it just holds somewhere around here, we are fine. I've seen other guys talking about 1500, 1600, these lows, that like it is acceptable to come over here, not lose it, and blah blah shit. No, it's not acceptable. the maximum retrace for me it would be, and just I don't know, compared with the other bull markets. Although, as I said before, I doubt, and I see the change in the markets, in price action and everything. I don't think the cycles are still a thing. We're not gonna have any more cycles. We're gonna have recession, and we're gonna have more similar price action to the traditional markets. So if you take all of this as a range, this is your point of control. A very, very bullish thing would be like a dump that we had over here on this week, and you come into this point of control, which might be different on different exchanges and what you monitor. For example, this is ETH USD on Bybit. Although it is not my primary chart, I'm more interested in Binance. But this one over here sits at 1,811.13 on this one, which I put over here. And actually, if we zoom in, it's not very much accurate, but who cares? $5-10 more, give or take. When you get there, we'll see. So if we're gonna move lower, I am expecting 1,970 and 1,850. But I think in these areas at 2K, you're gonna have a good RR. A good RR, meaning that you know what you have here, you know what you are targeting, and Bitcoin doing a 2x, meaning like, let's compare, what would you bet on? Bitcoin doing 2x or Ethereum doing 2x? I would rather go to even if it doesn't go for a new all-time high, just takes out these equal highs over here, relatively equal highs, because basically if you zoom in, this is going to be an SFP, but good enough. I would put my money more here. And there is actually another concept that although I said that the what used to work previously is no longer valid, but I would expect, like for example, in the previous markets, if you in the previous cycles, if you remember, in the for example, let me just show you when should go on a daily. We should do this. And we should do this. When Bitcoin was in this area over here, there were a lot of altcoins, including Ethereum, pumping like crazy. Because by the time you broke and closed under these lows, and basically over here you had like a confirmed bear market, it was already too late. But as long as you hold some sort of important support market structure, just like they are calling now over here, some traders, some TA analysts, they are saying, oh, there is nothing to worry till we don't take these lows. There is everything to worry. Because if in a bullish environment, bull market, you don't come to test these ranges. So in a like a best case scenario, let's say that maximum we come on this high over here. Just that I don't like this because it is like almost equal high with the previous all-time high that we've put over here, and this will basically mean testing the previous range. But God forbid that you get acceptance and you start to put price action over here, that like if we don't take into account anything, we don't take into account Trump, we don't take into account the traditional markets, putting price action over here, it won't be bearish. For me, it is the beginning of the end. And as I said in the previous video, your bullish bias will get invalidated from a market structure perspective, if you take these lows and you close under, okay, what are you targeting afterwards? Zero? Because otherwise it doesn't make sense. Then are you looking to like short a retrace? Again, doesn't make sense, because if you're gonna short a retrace, basically you go what used to be resistance, used to be maybe is gonna be like support for a little bit till you go down, and afterwards you are again longing into potential resistance. Doesn't make any sense. So for a bullish case, I'm expecting, as I said before, like maybe to do some boring price action over here, take a SFP, this low SFP it once more, come into these levels that I presented previous time. This is not the chart. Let me see. Is it? Yeah, okay. Again, I'm lost in charts, but nonetheless. So here it is your my 18-hour. Retesting this will be nice. Come on. Yeah, over here we have going into the 5 hour order block over here, with the point of control of this mini price action that I talked about, is gonna be okay. I'm probably gonna trade it. The 1 hour that sits over here, it's also gonna be at least a scalp. But the way this one comes down and not even retesting these previous halts in the market, is not so. It's not bullish. It's not bullish. And just by the fact that we retested previous range where we broke out of, news or no news, that is not bullish price action. Another point of interest for me would be 73.9. The top of this is going to be another block on a higher time frame. I think it is 2 weeks. Yeah, lovely, 2 weeks. But some way, shape or form falls under what I've just said before, retesting this range high, which is not pretty much ideal, but I would like for it, maybe we spend a couple of days here, maybe even a week, and we don't come to these levels, and this anchor view up is gonna move a little bit higher. And as you can see, actually I don't have this one marked down, at least not on this chart. This is a 4-hour demand, so maybe it climbs up a little bit, and 75.3 is gonna be the bounce. Again, I don't know if it's gonna be enough or powerful enough to take us to new all-time highs, but at least I'm gonna aim for the level that we previously talked about, 88.9. Basically, this low over here. Then we'll see. I hope I was clear enough. Forgive the stuttering, and I'll prepare better for the next videos. To wrap it all up with Ethereum, I will be very, very, very much interested in Ethereum, because from a standpoint of risk reward, it is way more, and is going to be way more profitable than playing Bitcoin, because we know where we are, we know what we are working with. I would offer you to monitor 1970, one in between 190 and 800 is going to be super, super important. On a lower time frame, if I'm not wrong, we actually have something here internally to bounce from. Let me see. Of course, it is ETH USD Bybit. But if I'm not wrong on another chart, let me see. This one, Binance. Okay, here you won't understand shit. It looks so super. Not it looks, it is very bad. I need to clean my charts if I want to continue with this YouTube thing, because 100% you won't understand anything. Okay. One trade, it is exactly where we are over now, SFPing this over here. And we shoot at least for these highs. And there is another one lower on another time frame, which is the 2-minute over here. When you're scalping, monitor these time frames because they are important. Because the lower time frames make the higher time frame. And another thing that I want to do over here, I'm interested overall, where does the volume sit? At the top. Not very much helpful. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Pay attention on Ethereum. Yeah, and nonetheless, from the low till the high, if you're gonna compare ETH with BTC, 6%. 6%. So that is that. See you next time, guys. Thank you. Once again, forgive the stuttering and everything else. Let me a review. Tell me how good or bad it is. Thank you. Be blessed. Happy trading. Bye bye.